world's most valuable company. So why is it bleeding money? The short answer is Elon Musk.
Tesla's CEO, Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk has done it again. He's the richest person in the world.
If you're thinking Elon Musk is the richest person on planet Earth, just like these news channels think, then you're absolutely wrong. The richest person on planet Earth might not be one of these, not these, and not even this. The richest person and the source of their wealth will completely blow your mind. The actual richest person might be, and the reason behind it is, for any country, the freedom of its media is entirely dependent on the state of governance, which holds direct control over it. On the basis of this freedom, any government could either be democracy, which happens to be the most common kind of governance, where the power is held by people who are elected through representatives, and thus the media enjoys full freedom, for example, countries like India and USA. Or could be autocracy, where unlike democracy, the absolute power resides with just one person, or sometimes a small group of powerful people, which could either be a few rich businessmen or maybe the royal family. In this type of government, the freedom of media ranges from limited to no freedom at all. For example, countries like China, Russia and UAE. To get a rough idea, you might notice that while the news coverage in US looks like this, in India it looks like this, but things completely change for countries like these.
我是害怕，我前面是病毒，我后边是中国的法律和行政力量。
Due to the heavy restrictions imposed on media by the dictators these countries are led by. But here's the thing, the dictators running these countries do not just use this media to sell fake propaganda news, but for something else, something much bigger than this. Apart from using media for their own political benefits, dictators use media for hiding an immense amount of wealth that they have been accumulating since generations. But the question is how? To get a rough idea, dictators usually earn by two sources. The first source is by the people, in which the authoritarian government imposes high taxes on basic goods and services, and thus impacting the poor while generating a significant revenue from each and every individual. And the second source is by the country, where state-owned enterprises, also called as the SOEs, like oil, mineral and precious metals, are often monopolized by the state, allowing the dictators to directly control profits either by inflating the resource prices or by siphoning off the profits. While the potential wealth that could be made using these sources could be a little difficult to visualize, think about a country where SOEs are worth over $35 trillion, along with a total taxable population of 1.4 billion people. The amount of extractable wealth from China is unimaginable when compared to the other similar governments like Russia and UAE. And that would mean that not just Xi Jinping, but any dictator running governments like China could easily make a few billions without getting under people's radar. But here's the thing, in order to be the richest person on planet Earth, you will be needing not just a few billions, but at least 100 times of that. According to a Forbes report, out of $421 trillion of total world's wealth, only $13.8 trillion, which is an approx 3%, belongs to the world's top 1000 richest. So the question is, where is the rest of 97%? To get a rough idea, 47% of this wealth is owned by the world's top 1%. 40% of it is owned by the rest of 99%. And the last 10% lies as offshore money secretly owned by unknown people. The same unknown people who had a few $billion waiting to become hundreds of $billions. The same unknown people who are always left unreported by the same state-owned media which they have been looting for so long and thus cannot be traced back. But here's the thing, none of that is possible without one thing, and that is tax haven, which is basically a very powerful tool for any millionaire who is looking forward to become a billionaire. Tax havens, also known as offshore financial centers, are countries or jurisdictions that offer minimal tax liability to foreign individuals and businesses. And that's not all. Tax havens won't even obligate you or your business to operate out of them in order to receive these awesome benefits. And with places like C dots, it becomes as smooth as it could be. C dots or crown dependencies and overseas territories are basically a group of 3 island territories, which are not only UK's but world's #1 destination for tax money, and thus being the wealthiest tax haven of all. While a normal country imposes a corporate tax of 30%, UK imposes just about 0% on the same. And not just this, if you are a big time fraudster or a dictator with billions of dollars to spare, then UK holds primarily 2 advantages. The first advantage is being the level of easiness of creating a company. Anyone willing to launder their black money can easily create an LLP company in the UK within a few minutes using false identity details and email addresses on government websites. The second advantage being the level of privacy. The LLPs you just created using fake details in minutes can further be used to open bank accounts in both UK and overseas in the name of partnership registered in secret jurisdictions where there is no public information about who actually owns these firms. And that's how finding the actual owner of these bank accounts become a huge challenge, which could sometimes take even decades to further track down. And that's how billions earned by illegal means is further invested in these offshore tax havens in multiple layers of ownership by these unknown people. According to a Fortune report, Putin owns this and this. and his net worth is estimated to be somewhere around $200 billion. On the other hand, Rashid, who owns the entire Dubai, is estimated to be worth somewhere around $18 billion. If Putin and Rashid both put together own SOEs worth $6 trillion and make a total of $220 billion, imagine what Xi Jinping, who owns SOEs worth 6 times more valuable, might be worth. And maybe that's why, when speaking about someone's net worth, it's always better to check with UK rather than Forbes magazine. How did you like the video, guys? Please drop your comment and join our free newsletter. For more interesting business case studies, please like and subscribe. I'm Tushar. I'm also working on a beauty videos app called GRWM. Please download and leave your review. Thanks for watching.